So, I am here to talk about a few of these. So, it's not just physics. We're going to go to uh, math and we're going to have fun with that course. So, I'm mixing it up a little bit because I have a midterm soon and a quiz soon this Friday. So, the equation that we really care about is resistors equal the P by the length by the A. Well, P, according to this, is identical weight in material, so yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Um, Now, the area on the hand is different. Uh, I don't know how that would work out. Maybe something like this. This is the length and the wire crosses through like this, and then this space would be considered the change of area. So if you didn't know, that's 16, 10, and 18. Common mistakes is just saying that this is the order, which would be wrong because the equation gives you A as the bottom. Therefore, 16, 10, and 18 is on the bottom. Then you reverse it, which if you look over here, so CBA is the order because of the equation. So it's just the properties of resistors and something you have to memorize in the end of the day. It's not something that I would recommend you try to understand for now. The next question is writing a domain of something, not a range. So what things can you plug in and get a F or a GZ. So there's a few ways to think about this. So what can you plug in as the plus y squared to equal 0 to make it impossible? So that would be this number. And if you look at that, this layer over here is not part of the domain. Um, so actually, let me get the so everywhere that's shaded is considered domain worthy, and if you plug in something, you'll get an answer out of it. While for this portion you would, um, and then, but yeah, but as you can see, it's, whether how you put it, where you put it, can drastically change how it looks. Generally speaking, this is how you're supposed to put it. If you go to 3D graphic calculator, I think it'll help you understand which places that it would belong to because let's do G equal, then we can do C plus, uh, oh shit, plus the 2y square root of 2. If I did that, comma y, does that work? That didn't work. Why didn't it work? Plus you do it again. What's going on? Oh my god, they didn't register my complaint. Z comma y equal 7 divided by x, z plus y square root of 2. If you look at that, you see over here that this is the place that doesn't have an output, as they say. But as you can see from my diagram, this is the form they showed. So if I were to change this outline and just delete that for a second, and then can you stop? Can you stop for a while? I change it to an A, and then I change it to a B, and then A, and change it to a B. Turn it on. It still say the same. What I'm trying to indicate here is to say that this return to this format because you changed the x and y. This too is considered x and y plane, and you would and then as the graph show form something completely insane. But if you plug in a dot here, if you plug in a dot here, you get some x and y. So the range on this thing would be infinity to comma infinity, although. Okay, what the hell is this one? Um, Oh, yeah, let's just get that out to SI units first. 60 seconds equal 1 minute, which means that this is canceled out. No one gives a fuck if you don't write this shit, but I don't want to. 4.4a I said how many coulombs and electrons I passed away. Oh, this I believe T equal R C, or is it IC? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you do it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but um, check this. Wait a second. Pretty sure this is how you do it, if I remember correctly. This is the first one of physics. Yeah, and it's going to be on the quiz too next week, so it's kind of worth it to do it right now and figure this out. We're gonna have a quiz every week next 3 weeks, so that's gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with. But yeah, so yeah, and number of electrons is just figure out the charge and dividing it by the actual um, thing. So, oh yeah, all right. So actually, I'm kind of wrong. Well, according to this, actually, Q equal IT. Well, let's memorize that one too, I guess. Which is a pain in the ass. Which I believe coulombs by I to T, if I'm not correct. So it's charged. So I guess Q is the actual right word to say. But T equal IR something else then, I guess. Oh, it's with the resistors then. Uh, this is with the resistors. I need to get the coulomb. Yeah, that's not part of the problem. Sorry. Yeah, so once you get that, which I'll put the variable A for, and then once you get that, you plug in A to the I. Is this equal Q, which is in coulombs. So do 5.7 multiplied by 60 seconds sec, which is the variable you have, multiplied by 7.4 amps equals the variable digit, which I'm not going to put in here, um, and then it's coulombs. Yeah, that's basically it. And once you get that answer, it's very easy to uh, do the rest because you have the electrical charge. I believe is you're given that. So electric charge. Uh, what's electric charge? Anyway, so it was I forgot what's the electron force 19. I had to double check that. So it is negative 19, which equals the ANS. I will not go from here because that would be too much of an answer giveaway. This one. So I got tricked by this. I thought it was going to be 8 over here and then 8 over here, something like this. It's not, because if you look at domain, you're looking at for the plugin options. And the plugin option only matters about these two and what qualifies it as non-possible. Excuse me. And if you look at the range of possibilities, if I, for example, did 2, let me get my calculator, 2, it'll give an error. It will give an error because cosine -1 has a range of -1 to 1, because that's all possible. Cosine by anything has certain range. Um, yeah, so a certain range over here and a unit vector range. And after that, if you just multiply to 8 to continue this idea later on. So it can span everything. The range is infinity, infinity. Just, or are known as all real possible numbers, R, spanning R. Um, yeah. Oh, right. I forgot I even had this question. That pain in the next question. This does involve you doing some multiplication, and I think the teacher put this in here because it's a pretty good question for what to say about it. I think the teacher purposely did that because professor purposely put this question up because it's a good, you know, a basic V equal IR is showing how dangerous real world situation could be. Although I don't really view this as a real world situation, but V equal IR, how you solve this. But I think the first thing you gotta note is I is first, so I is MA, which is equal to 52 times by the 10 to the negative 3. You just need to memorize what m means, which is equal to 10 negative 3. That's how I sometimes do the shenanigans. Um, pass to the heart. And then we have a resistors already, so it's very simple. It's 2200 multiplied by 52 multiplied by the negative 3, which equals V volts. And that should equal A and S by equation definition. And if I want to explain this, I don't know how to do it, so don't even ask. Ah, this one. I hate this question because this tricked me. So you should put this. I don't know why the professor gave this question without checking and changing the order of this because the order of this would mindly make it easier. Because you can take off that x does not equal 0, which means the domain y has to be greater than negative 2x because that's how it works. And then the range can be infinity, infinity, negative infinity, negative to positive infinity. Actually, you should write it like this for more clarification, or r. Or this way is fine too. I don't see why not. Implied probability.